Dear students, welcome to 10th class biology. So we already completed one chapter, structural organization of animals. So prepare notes and study book back questions, 2 mark question, 5 mark question, all the questions study very well and prepare for your final exam. And I will make a video for 2 mark and 5 mark questions, don't worry. Okay, now we are going to study a new chapter unit 17, reproduction in plants and animals. In this chapter we will study about what is reproduction and what are the different types of reproduction, what is vegetative reproduction and what is asexual reproduction and what is sexual reproduction present in plants and animals, and we will discuss about human reproduction and human reproductive system and all other details. Okay, coming classes we will study. So this life, the life present on this earth, all these life living organism, they cannot stay on this earth for a indefinite period. We cannot be all this life or living organism, they cannot be act like a immortals. Okay, so they follow a life cycle, and after finishing their life cycle they will die. So reproduction is part of their life cycle. Okay, so each organism, they stay here on this earth at a particular time period. In between that time period, they produce their young ones, their children, and they go for death. So what is reproduction? Reproduction means an organism, a living organism which produce their children. That is reproduction. So all living organisms show this character. Okay. Why they produce their children? Because they have to continue their species. For example, in our case, humans. Okay. If we are not producing our children, what would be the condition of our coming generation? Okay, we stopped our reproduction, what will happen? Human species, we cannot see human species around this world in coming generation. So reproduction, it is very important for continuation of a species and also for survival of a species. That is an important point you have to remember here. Reproduction, it is very important for continuation of the species and also for survival of that species. Okay, and if you observe different organism like unicellular organism and multicellular organism, the time required for reproduction, it is very different. Bacteria, it is a unicellular organism. For single bacteria which produces new bacteria, it will take around 20 minutes for binary fission. Binary fission is a mode of reproduction present in bacteria. From one bacteria, two new bacteria are formed. It will take around 20 minutes. Okay, but in case of human, what will happen? It will take around 10 months. Okay, for forming a new individual. It will take. Same in case of elephant, they will take more time. But in birds, reproduction takes another time period. So reproduction time period is different from unicellular animals to unicellular organism to higher organisms. It is very different. And another important point here, sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction and vegetative reproduction. There are three types of reproduction. Okay, in sexual reproduction, what you can see, in sexual reproduction there is male gamete from male parent and female gamete and from female parent, and these gametes, they bear chromosomes, and this chromosome contain genes, and these genes, they are responsible for several special traits or characters. So if we have we got our genes from our parents, our mother and father, because of sexual reproduction. Okay, so now we are going to discuss what is vegetative reproduction and asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction in a specific order. Okay, first of all we are going to discuss vegetative reproduction in plants. Okay. So vegetative reproduction. So what is meant by vegetative reproduction? Vegetative reproduction means new plants are formed from vegetative cells or buds or from organs. Organs means leaf, root or a stem, like that. So new plants are formed from vegetative cells or somatic cells or from buds. Buds mean axillary buds, floral buds, and apical buds. There are different types of buds present on the plants. Okay, and or from organs like a leaf, root, or stem. So first of all, you might have heard about tissue culture. You know, tissue culture. It is also called micro propagation. So in that, even from a single, the plant cell, they have a capacity called totipotency. You will study in your higher classes. That means they can produce, they can actively divide and produce a complete plant from a single cell. Okay, so from, if you take a single cell or tissue of a plant, if you put on the growth media, and it will germinate and it will develop into a new complete plant. So it is a type of vegetative reproduction, tissue culture. So that means new plants are formed from vegetative cells or somatic cells. Okay, and buds, if you take axillary buds and present on these plants, it can generate, this bud separate from this plant and they can generate into new plant, or they can develop into new plants. Okay, and organs like vegetative parts like leaf, root, or stem, if they separate from this plant part and after detaching from the parent plant, they can generate into new plants. So we will discuss what are the vegetative reproduction in case of leaves and roots and stem. So vegetative reproduction, one point you have to keep in mind, in vegetative reproduction only a single parent involved, single parent plant. Okay, so from a single parent plant, new other plants are developed, new plants are developed. So all these plants, they are genetically similar, they are genetically similar, and also here only single parent involved, that keep in your mind. So vegetative reproduction, first example, vegetative reproduction by leaves. In case of bryophylla, you can observe vegetative reproduction in leaves. So if you take bryophyllum leaves, you can see several leaf notches on the margins of this leaf, on these margins, leaf margins. These leaf notches that they bear small plants. Okay, and these small plants, they germinate, they develop into a complete plant. So this is an example for vegetative reproduction by leaves. Example, bryophylla. In bryophylla, in their leaf notches, you can see small plants, and these small plants grow and develop into a complete plant. Okay. Next, vegetative reproduction by stem. For example, in strawberry, you can see vegetative reproduction by stem. So this is a strawberry parent plant, and one of the aerial weak stem of this parent plant which bend and which touches the ground. Okay, then what happens? It is covered by soil. Then after some times, these plants, they will develop roots, adventitious roots and buds, adventitious roots and buds. Okay, so this is the parent plant, and one of the aerial weak stem of this parent plant which touches the ground and which is buried under the tree, under the soil, and this shoot, that is one part of the shoot, come exposed to outside, and this shoot will develop adventitious root or adventitious roots and buds. Then later they will germinate into a new plant, they will develop into a new plant, and if this connection between parent plant and new plant, if it is broken, they can grow as a new plant independently. So this stem which resulted in development of a new plant. So this is the type of vegetative reproduction by stem. Okay, it is present in strawberry. Next we are going to discuss vegetative reproduction by roots, mainly present in case of tuberous roots. For example, in plants asparagus and sweet potato, you can observe vegetative reproduction by roots. So these plants, they have tuberous roots. Asparagus and sweet potato, they have tuberous roots, and these roots they also store food. Okay, they so suppose this is sweet potato, this is the tuberous root, and if we take tuberous root and if we put them in under soil, what we can see after some time, this tuberous root will germinate and develop into a new plant. Okay, from this tuberous root we can produce new plants. So that's why vegetative reproduction by roots. So what are the example? Asparagus and sweet potato. So clear? So this tuberous root, it can develop into a new plant. Okay, asparagus and sweet potato. Another type of vegetative reproduction by bulbs. It is present in plant again. Suppose you assume this is agave plant. This agave plant which develop floral bud. Okay, and this floral bud which modifies into bulbs. So floral bud which modifies like a bulbs, and this bulbs which fall off in the soil, and from the soil this bulbs will germinate into a new plant. So what happens here? The flower bud in this plant, flower bud which is modified into bulbs and which fall off from the plant, and if they reach soil, what happens? This bulb will germinate into new plant. So bulbs, by bulbs, vegetative reproduction you can see in case of agave plants. Okay, so we discussed about vegetative reproduction in plants by root, example sweet potato, by stem, example strawberry, by leaf, example bryophylla, and by bulbs, example agave. Okay, now we are going to discuss on about other organism and their reproduction method. So first of all, this is the picture of a filamentous algae, Spirogyra. So this filamentous algae, Spirogyra, they reproduce by fragmentation. What is mean by fragmentation? This Spirogyra, they break into fragments. Okay, like this. This Spirogyra algae, they break into, this filamentous algae break into fragments, and from each fragments new algae are developed. Algae developed. So this is an example for fragmentation, Spirogyra. So what happens here? The algal body that fragmented into several fragments, and from each fragments new algae developed. For forming a new algae from each fragments, at least this fragment should contain one cell. If there is no cell in these fragments, they cannot develop into a complete algae. These fragments at least should contain a cell, then that cell divide by cell division and they become a complete algae. That is fragmentation. So fragmentation, algal body divides into several fragments and each fragments become new algae. The next type of reproduction that is present in amoeba, that is called fission. Fission present in unicellular organism, amoeba, and also present in bacteria. Okay, amoeba, you know, they have irregular shape, they cell, and this cell growth and it will expand, it is cytoplasm and it is cellular contents. Okay, and it will divide, it is nucleus, and it will divide, it is cytoplasm, and finally it will form two new cells. So a single parent cell which is divided into two new young individuals, that type of reproduction is called fission. So in which organism fission present? Amoeba. So what happens here? A single parent cell which is divided into two new individuals. Okay, so example, amoeba. Another type of reproduction, that is called budding. Budding. Budding, you can see the organism yeast. Yeast is a fungus which reproduce other yeast by budding. So yeast is a unicellular fungus, and which will develop, this yeast will develop a small projections on their body, small projection. Okay, later what happens, this projection will grow and it will become big in size. So these projections are called buds. Don't forget, buds. So this yeast will develop a small projection called bud, and this bud will enlarge and become big in size, and which will detach from this yeast cell and it will become another new yeast. This is called budding. Okay. In which organism you can see? In yeast. Then another type of reproduction, that is regeneration. Next we are going to discuss regeneration. Regeneration present in animals like Hydra and Planaria. Okay, so what is meant by regeneration? Re means again, generation means develop again. Okay, an organism which develop again from birth. Suppose this is the our Hydra. Okay, this Hydra lost its body part. Okay, it lost its body part. It is body part. From this lost body part, Hydra which can develop into a complete organism. So regeneration means development of a complete organism from the lost body part of that individual or that animal is called regeneration. So it is a type of reproduction present in Hydra and Planaria. So don't forget this. And how this regeneration takes place? Because of a special mass of cells. Those special mass of cells, they are responsible for regeneration. Okay,